Joining us tonight, former Secret Service agent, great American, Dan Bongino. Great to have you with us, Dan. Let's start
Good
with.
to see you, Lou.
Let's just start with this president and what he is putting up with. This is a man, I think you and I would agree, who's done more than any modern American president. The accomplishments, the achievements, whether it's the economy, foreign policy, you name it, he has been there.
Yeah, he's been incredible, Lou, and his record frequently gets sidelined by the media who, and by the way, Lou, the media overreaction to Donald Trump, I just want to be absolutely clear on this, is not helping the media and their liberal buddies. It's not. The poll numbers are crystal clear. Let me give you just a quick example, Lou. The Russia thing. All right, so there's a verbal misstep. Trump corrects it the next day. I didn't think it was as big a deal as everyone made it out to be, and I don't get into these media outrage
It absolutely
campaigns.
wasn't a big deal.
It wasn't. He corrects it, and what happens? The next day we have Nazism, fascism, Holocaust references. The media overreaction was so over the top, they went right to 10, and what happened? Trump's approval rating didn't move at all. It was 45%, and 79% of Republicans thought he handled the Russia summit fine. What happened?
Absolutely.
The media looked like fools, not Donald Trump.
Well, they're not obviously worried about looking like fools because they have been on parade as such for every day of his presidency.
You know, Lou, I'm trying to, as a former psychology graduate student.
Now you're scaring me, a psychology student. All right.
I never tout educational bona fides. It always makes you look silly. But seriously, in this case, I'm trying to get in the heads collectively of the far left media people. And what they're doing, they're usually more tactically efficient than this. They understand the MO. I think what's happened here is they're so used to the gaslighting routine where they lie about Republicans, they lie confidently, and they isolate the public through the truth by collectively forming a narrative. The fact that Donald Trump has circumvented it through Twitter and the bully pulpit, I genuinely think, Lou, they don't know how to respond. And this mass hysteria is kind of like a psychological extinction burst, like they don't know what to do to respond to this man.
You know, because they haven't the intellect or the talent. Anywhere that I can see in the national leadership of the Democratic Party. Keith Ellison, his big contribution this week was to say that borders are an injustice to Mexican citizens who can't compete fairly with American citizens for jobs. I mean, they say they're for the people in the House, the Dems do. They're for other people, not the American people.
Yeah, Lou, you've got this iron triangle of stupidity, right? You've got Democrat activists. You've got career politicians, and you've got 30-year-old media people who've never held a real job. And what's incredible, I'm glad you brought this up, is they're criticizing a guy endlessly. Listen, I'm not saying criticism in the press is American. I'm talking about the overreaction, not the reaction. But these guys have never signed the front of a check, and they're criticizing a guy who's made nearly $1 billion. He's had some missteps here and there, but he's made nearly $1 billion and won the presidency of the United States, Lou, without ever having held political office. But yeah. Let's hear your opinion, Mr. 30-year-old reporter at the New York Times who just got out of school 5 years ago. Let me hear your opinion on foreign affairs. It's so valuable to the debate.
Yeah, the contributions are immense, obviously, from every one of these national left-wing media outlets. And the left, they're openly now talking socialism when they really mean communism, just as when they talk progressive, they really mean the old liberal Democratic Party. But this new Dem organization is something to behold. And they think they're going to win in November. I may be wrong about something. I didn't think that there would be a single Republican who could win who did not attach themselves to the president. There may be a few who will win just because of what the Democrats have done.
Lou, we've been here before. You know, you and I, listen, I was born at night, but not last night. I'm only 43. I'm not that old, but I've seen this before.
There you go, bragging.
Yeah, I look a lot older, I know. But we've been here before. We had the Walter Mondale era where they thought it was a good idea to run openly at a national level about hiking taxes. What happened? They got annihilated at the polls. Reagan won 49 states.
Don't remind them. Don't remind them.
I know, exactly. Well, as a counter-revolution, they had the Democrat Leadership Committee. You had Southern Democrats like Bill Clinton who came in and moderated a bit, and they rescued their party. I don't think they can do it now under Donald Trump, though. I think they're so emotionally involved with derangement syndrome that they can't figure it out.
Not unless they find a Ross Perot. That's the only way it would work. People forget Bill Clinton didn't even get 50% of the vote when he ran in two successive races. Dan, great to have you with us. Have a great weekend. Dan Bongino. Thank you very much.
See you, Lou.